So a little earlier today, we did a Vikings fantasy draft speed rebuild where we could only draft offense but trade for defense. We had 10 minutes to do so, and I thought it was all right. But now we're going to be doing the polar opposite, where as the Seahawks, we're going to only be able to draft defense but trade for offense. So we're going to have 10 minutes on the clock. We're going to be drafting, and then when we feel like we're done drafting, we're going to stop the clock, evaluate the team, and then make trades with the remainder of the clock to fill in the offense. Now, looking at the potential that the AI could draft some good players, we could end up keeping some of the guys as starters and not trading them. The real cheese thing to do, which I don't think is really in the spirit of the challenge, would be if we got one of the top 2 picks, we just sim the draft right away and then they take like Mahomes or something. But realistically, I'm probably going to be taking 10 to 15 players, hopefully landing some pretty good defenders, and then once we have, basically the lineup, sim the rest of it, and then go from there. Anyways, you got those 10 minutes on the clock. We're going to start in 3, 2, 1, and go. Realistically, want something probably around the 20 range or all the way up at pick 6 because, we're kind of going for edge rusher, which you can get around 20. But I think realistically, we're just going to end up taking Micah Parsons right away. I don't think there's a better option than him. 24 years old, 98 overall. Boom. You could argue like Myles Garrett or anything like that, but Micah Parsons seems to be consistently one of the best. Definitely a little bit of a sell, though, that we ended up getting that high of a pick, in my opinion, because we probably could have ended up with like a really sick corner and Parsons. We could also maybe get Quentin in the 3rd round. I would like to get another pass rusher, but I don't think that's going to be possible here. Like, we can get them, but realistically, it's a drop-off in talent by a lot. Could do a Khalil Mack 1-year. Highsmith. What about Jalen Johnson? You know what? Do I not go Highsmith? Highsmith has got a lot of value. He's only star dev, but 88 finesse. We're wasting a little bit of clock, but I think the value is so big here that we do need to pay attention to this. This pick does matter a lot. Trey Hendrickson. Is he usually pretty good? I can't remember. I'm trying to think. I don't know. I'm kind of panicking. There's too many options. Do I just take Quentin Williams now? You know what? Greg Rousseau has done well for me. I'm going Greg Rousseau. I know he's only an 85 overall, but he has always put up good numbers for me. If he doesn't put up at least double digits in this one, I'll admit it. I'm an idiot. Okay? But if not, apologize. 1-year situation, I debate just going Chris Jones, no? I think I'm going to go Chris Jones. I think because it's a 1 year, and that's what these speed rebuilds are, going Chris Jones makes more sense, no? Because he's, a better player, and we only care about 1 year anyways. What are the players? DT. Oh, damn. This going one-sided is pretty crazy. I can't lie. Like, there is some very good players still here. Tyrann Mathieu. Could go Javon Holland or Kyle Hamilton. I'm going to go Kyle Hamilton, I think. Safety is kind of important, I suppose. Let's take a look at DT, maybe. Back to DT. Vita Vea is still there. Do I not take Vita Vea? Doesn't necessarily fit the scheme. What about Wilkins? He should be pretty good at pass rushing. He is not. 82 power move. Okay. Forget anything. Oh, I should have looked at right end, actually. There might have been some players here, too. Well, if we want DT, we need to go, now. I think I might go Vita Vea. He's not as good as he used to be in game, but he's still really good. Vita Vea. See what else we got. 7 minutes, so we've took 3 minutes to draft some players. We got any corners? Probably not. Free safety Tyrann Mathieu is a very high overall, though. What about linebacker? Any value linebacker? Joke is still there. Matt Milano is still there. Mosley's still there. I know he's, I'm going to go Nick Bolton. You can say, oh, well, it's a 1 year thing, but Nick Bolton just kills it in sim. I don't know what it is. Tyrann Mathieu's still there. I'm going to take him here, I think. Just the pure value of his overall. And, of course, he is gone. Marcus Williams is a great player, too. Brian Branch is a great player. Corners, I don't know if I like this. You go Matt Milano over Joke. He's 29 years old, but once again, 1 year player. So 81 block shed versus 79 zone coverage. Joke has really good block. Yeah, I was about to say really good zone coverage, I imagine, but not much block shed. We're going to go Matt. Actually, let's make sure CJ Mosley's not there. And he is. So CJ Mosley is going to be our choice. 31 years old, 1 year player, but he's great. Think we need to speed it up a little bit. Already 4 minutes gone. Last one we were done drafting by 4 minutes. Bobby Wagner's still there. No. TJ Edwards, corner. I don't know if the value is going to be there at corner. Jamal Adams, Duggar. Let's go Micah Hyde. Superstar, 87 overall. It's a one-year thing. Once again, this is a one-year thing. So outside of grabbing players that you think you can get value for trading-wise, which is a smart move as far as like pure drafting goes, this isn't a stupid decision. It's pretty smart. Linebackers could go Bobby. Finish that up. Any corners, like, at all? I kind of want to just, like, have one corner. I don't think it matters going dev, though. I'm wasting a lot of time here, though. Like, a lot of time. Do we have any safeties that can play corner? Like, what about Jabril Peppers? What's his, like, playage? I am selling. I'm going to grab Bobby Wagner and just sim because I am taking too long. Bobby Wagner and sim. All right, we've wasted a whole extra minute. It's still going, obviously, because I haven't clicked end of draft, and then I misclicked on top of it. All right, so 5:03 is on my clock. Oof. All right, the moment of truth. Let's see what kind of players we ended up with. Sam Howell, okay. That's very interesting. Running back Algiers, not bad. Zamir White. Wide receivers, Josh Downs. That's a great selection. Darnell Mooney, Wicks. Okay, this is not bad. Tight end, definitely not the best. O-line, Orlando Brown, we could live with it. I think Orlando will actually be a cornerstone starter. Just didn't get center, fair enough. And then Morgan Moses is a great pick, too. Obviously, there could still be some defenders in here that they may have taken because of outside linebacker, needing and whatnot. Corner, Marcus Peters might be a starter. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, they could have done better, but at the same time, getting a guy like Sam Howell is actually nice. Might still approach that quarterback position and maybe get rid of him for someone better. But there's actually a couple of players here that they got that I'm willing to actually kind of just roll with. Like Josh Downs will have one of the starting spots, even if it's the slot, which isn't starting, but it kind of is. He'll be one of the three at least. Unless we need to use him to get a wide receiver or something like that. But regardless of the point, with 5 minutes left on the clock, we have a limited bit of time to get that offense going. 3, 2, 1, go! Let's get that offense. I think you're going to have to kind of throw Sam Howell in there to get that quarterback. This is really stupid because if we're going for QB, we need to, we kind of need to make that play. Rodgers is interesting. Has Rodgers really done that well? We have it on easy, of course, for trading. So we should still see pretty favorable trades, but not guaranteed. What about Dak? I don't even know. Dak does pretty well in sim. Okay, so you see Dak, not even close. Like, really just not even close. Could go with, like, CJ Stroud. Do we go for, like, a CJ Stroud? Maybe Jared Goff? What about Tua? I don't know how well he plays in sim, though. Yeah, I mean, it's not really going the way we want. I kind of want Jared Goff. I don't know why. It's not, like, a massive upgrade, but it's, like, it is an upgrade. I don't know if I'm going to have to give up that much, but we'll see. If I have to give up first-round picks, so be it. I need a better quarterback. I think it's going to take slightly more than this. It might take a fourth as well. Oh, maybe a sixth. Probably should have just done a fifth, because if this doesn't go, it's a more time wasted. Yeah, I mean, I knew it, but I just need to say, if we have 4 minutes left, and we got a quarterback, but we are missing a lot more than that, any next high, like, draft pick, I think should be traded for a running back. Running back in sim is just so important. Like, they never do well unless they're actually goated. So you kind of need to invest very hard in that position. I'm trying to think of, like, who a good running back that isn't that good of dev would be. Who is that? Tony Pollard. He's not really that good in sim. Saquon's going to be way too hard to get. I don't like the clock that's being wasted. Oh, Jacobs is amazing, but there's no way we get him. Oh, we actually could. It's a lot of draft picks, but Josh Jacobs, once again, I talked about it last one, he is goated in sim. That is worth it every day of the week. I don't care if it costs us a first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, like all those things. Doesn't matter. He is so worth it in sim. If he actually sucks in this sim for us, I'm going to be so disappointed because I've never seen him be bad. But then again, we do have a pretty bad offense. Mooney. Let's get rid of Mooney. We could use a couple more linemen, but I think if you're going to slack on anything, it's offensive linemen, because it seems like offensive line is just kind of all over the place anyways, but at least if you get some weapons, you have things to work with. I don't know why I thought this would go quicker. Odell with the Jags is actually interesting. We need a wide receiver pretty bad, and of course I'm trading wide receivers to get them. Hopkins is a great call. Ooh, it's a great call, but he's expensive. I will do it, though, because he's a very high overall. This Like, this is like basically all of our trade bait. But he is a wide receiver 1 type guy. He's worth it. He's worth it. 2 minutes left. That was costly, though. I can't lie. That was very costly. We're down to, like, pretty much just scraps now. Would love to get a new tight end, but that is probably a position that doesn't matter too much. We can just use Stover. I'm going to keep the other wide receivers, but I think for that we're fine. Thing is about tight end, doesn't usually cost you that much. So if we can find a Dalton Schultz type for, like, a second-round pick, I mean, that's a massive upgrade in overall, which I kind of felt like it was going to go, but at the same time, my brain was also like, this could be hit or miss. This is either going to go or it's going to be like super red bar. Minute and a half, we have pretty much all of our offensive players. Just need O-linemen if we can get it, so we might be looking for like a bulk trade here. Any team that has even like a couple of 70 overalls would be great. The Bears actually had some. I'm looking for one old guy, and then we, like, hope that they have more old guys or something. All right, we're not really finding that. I should have just stuck with the Bears. The Bears had some players. Isaiah Wynn. Oh, here we go. Lions with Tevin Jenkins, Shaq Mason. Okay, that's progress if we can get those two. This might be an overtrade. It is not an overtrade. We have a minute left. We will at least bolster our offensive line a little bit. Might not get every position, but we should be able to get some, assuming we even get this trade through. Let's get rid of Dalton Reisner. That should easily go. Yeah, there we go. So 47 seconds left. If there's any excess position I'm completely forgetting about, we're going to use to try and add another lineman. Might have extra linemen speaking of. Oh, man, this is taking so long to get back in. This is kind of crazy. So, left guard, we can get rid of Smith. I think we have everything else. Wait, why do we have so many linebackers? Oh, this is normal, actually. What am I thinking? Ooh, we are not looking too good for time. We are not looking too good for time. The Bears had someone, didn't they? Zach Tom. Okay, I can live with it. I mean, I don't think we're going to have much time for anything else, so if we can get this, I'm doing it. All right, I'm just going to take Zach Tom because clock is dripping. That's all we can do. Here we go. The roster, I'd imagine, is going to be a lot lower than the last one. 87 overall. Really good, though. Still really good offensively. Ended up with Hopkins and Jacobs as our like big ticket offensive items. Jared Goff's a decent little quarterback in fairness. Josh Downs, not a bad wide receiver too. Dalton Schultz at number 1 tight end, which is he's good enough. Offensive line, they're all in the 80s except for Tom, which is he's 79, but it's an okay line. Defensively, though, speaking of lines, really good line that I keep forgetting to change to a 4-3 right away. Did the same thing in the other one, but the big issue is the corners. The corners on this team suck quite a bit. They're not very good, and I definitely sold by not taking one a little bit sooner, but the D-line's unbelievable. Linebackers are unbelievable. The safeties are very good. It's a good team. It's just those corners are suspect at best. To the playoffs, did we make them? Oh, 14-3. All right, so there could be a... Wow, some of the name drops there, by the way. There could be, like, a motive for me, so I show you the win-loss here. The last one I didn't show because, well, I actually think we underperformed personally. But this one, 14-3, that is an overperformance without a doubt. But let's take a look at the stats for the team. Of course, Chiefs offense, Bills defense, just like the other one we did earlier with the Vikings. Jared Goff. Those interceptions are a bit high. I can't lie. Jacobs, he was good, but he wasn't great. And then receiving was really not that great. I'm a little surprised because, once again, yes, this is a not great team. But considering we're 14-3, I thought the offense would have done a little bit better than that. But let's take a look at this defense. Maybe, yeah, there's reason for it. 4 guys at double-digit sacks, and not even just that. But if you add all of their numbers together and average them out, 15 sacks for 4 different players, basically. That is crazy. 60 sacks between 4 players. This is what a D-line should do when it's this elite. Which is crazy because we've had Sims that were even more elite than this. Like, all of them were freaking 90+. But that is really good. Of course, probably the main reason why we were 14-3. Interceptions were a little down, can't lie. Kicking was okay. Punting was great. No kick return touchdown, punt return touchdown game, but this is a team, I wanted to look at the awards, thank you very much. This is a team that exceeded my expectations. There's no singular doubt about it. Looking at the yearly awards, MVP goes to Mahomes, as he always wins it no matter where he is. And then we look at any awards we may have won. which was pretty close for Offensive Rookie of the Year. Josh Downs at number 2. And a couple of other awards you could see on number 2 for like several different ones, but ultimately not good enough to win it. The biggest thing is not good enough to win the bye week, which is shocking because 14 wins is a lot of wins. Take a look at who was the number 1 team. It was the Falcons after all. Mahomes literally carries, but my thing is as long as we win out of the wild card round, it's not a complete waste. So let's just try not to be a complete waste. How about it? Oh, and it's rainy. We got Josh Jacobs. This could actually be in benefit of us. Obviously, going to have to take a look at their team, but not bad conditions for us. Herbert, great quarterback. Javonte Williams, pretty damn good upcoming running back. T. Higgins is pretty good. The rest needs some work. Tight end's okay. Stanley's great. Left guard and center are okay. Right guard's great. Right tackle's amazing. Left end's okay. Right end's okay. DT's amazing. Left out, middle linebacker, and right out are all okay. Corner 1 is really good. The rest not that good. Free safety, pretty good. And strong safety, not the best. I mean, this is not our best team we've ever seen. But it doesn't take much to beat us, it seems, in Sim. Sim is always rude to us. 3-0, not bad, especially for this defense. Shockingly enough, locking up. Offense doing kind of nothing. There you go, 21-0. And it will be enough to hold on as we finally get scored on. It's like just about the 4th. We scored again, even though all we need to do is waste the clock. Very impressive performance, 38-14. Definitely pretty happy with that one, as I just hate when I do a speed rebuild and we lose the very first playoff game. Jared Goff was unbelievable, which when you compare, of course, more freaking Chiefs playoff running sucking. But when you see in the regular season, you definitely did not expect a 5-touchdown, 0-interception game in the post. Divisional. Who's it against? No Falcons or Cowboys yet, which is great. 84 overall Rams. They've also got a pretty good scheme in fairness as well, but the other 2 teams are far scarier in my opinion. Come on, anyone but the Rams. It'd be nice also just in general to get to the championship round. 3-3, they get a touchdown, which is massive. Seems like our offense is kind of struggling or their defense is doing good. One of the two. 13 all at halftime. It really is anyone's game. Oh, not anymore, it ain't. Not anymore, it ain't. Here, nice little comeback. Was that already a 1 point? I don't even know if they failed the 2 point or that was a 1 point or they already got the 2 point, whatever it may be. But the defense needs to stop. And on 3rd and 6, they do get it. 5 points left. Will the team have enough time? 4th and 8. They convert. There's no way they actually scored. That is an unbelievable comeback for the AI. The AI almost never comes back from that situation, yet they did. Don't know what it is about Jaden Daniels, but he is also really damn good in Sim. Even though he played really poorly here, he always takes his teams to the playoffs and always gives them a chance, it seems. Jared Goff was not great, but he at least was better than Jaden. And Downs was pretty damn good. 4.5 sacks for Vita Vea, 2 for Parsons, 1 for Rousseau, 1 for Jones is unbelievable. McKinstry, I can't believe Vita Vea is that good at pass rushing, though. 4.5 sacks. Believe it or not, we continue. The path is still ours to be had. The Falcons, of course, against Mahomes. Not fun. Can we win a Super Bowl? Obviously, we're still not there yet, but if you beat this Falcons team, you probably win it all. So we know Mahomes. Jimmy Garoppolo backing up Mahomes again. I think that was the exact same starter backup situation. Running back Mixon, not bad. Lockett, pretty good. Marquise Brown, again, I believe. Wan'Dale Robinson, he's okay. Kind of has a type. Mark Andrews, this is like very, very similar to what the Chiefs offense just looks like. That's kind of crazy. Cole Miller's great. Left guard's really good. Center's pretty damn good. Right guard's pretty good. Right tackle's pretty good. This is easily the best offense we've seen. Left end's okay. Right end's okay. DT's decent. Left end, left out, middle, right out are all okay. Corners are great, though. Those corners are very good. Free safety's decent. Strong safety's okay. But yeah, that offense, that supporting cast is truly pretty damn strong. Not a bad group of players at all, of course. Hoping to run the ball a little bit, trying to waste that clock. 14-7, 21-7 at half. It is clutching up. Holding this team to only 7. Now it's 14. Into the 4th with a 14-point lead is pretty damn strong. And despite their late efforts, we are going to hold on and head to a Super Bowl. That is a good game. Jared Goff carrying as he technically outplayed Mahomes. Jacobs' yards per carry aren't great, but he did have 2 rushing touchdowns, which is all that matters. Looking at receiving, Josh Downs has been just crazy good. He's been very good. Micah Parsons with 2 sacks, 1 for Vita Vea, pick for Pritchett, and nothing for the special teams. Here it is, the Super Bowl. I think I seen the Jets. Yep, it is the Jets. Take a look at those dev-ups if we had any. Trying to think. Offense probably wouldn't have had any. Right? Am I crazy? I think offense, maybe tight end. Jared Goff, of all the players that go up in dev, was Jared Goff. I'm a little surprised that it was him. 84 overall, not bad. Had a rebuild recently enough where Jared Goff was actually the reason why we couldn't win a Super Bowl. Defensively, Levi Wallace, I think might have been the only dev up, but this team's been pretty good. In the Super Bowl we go. Can we beat the Jets and win a ring? 4 overalls higher than them, but look at those players. They have Caleb Williams, Jonathan Taylor, Chris Godwin, Shakir, Bateman, not bad actually. Tight end is Jared Wiley. He's okay. Left tackle's decent. Left guard's decent. Center's pretty damn good. Right guard's decent. Right tackle's decent. Left end's great. Right end's amazing. DTs are great. Left out's okay. Middle linebackers are pretty good. Right out's not the best. Corners are decent enough. Actually, the corners we ran with on the offensive version of this one, Merrick, very solid safety with high potential, and then Ryan Neal, really tall, decent speed. So, good team, but also a little, I wouldn't say inexperienced because we have some young players too, but we'll just see. That's all I can say. 7-0, 7-3, 10-3, 17-3, looking really promising. One more touchdown would be great. And we get it before half. That could be it. 24-3, 24-10. They're keeping it alive, and a touchdown will do it. 21-point lead. The defense will hold. They get one more touchdown, but 31-17. The Seattle Seahawks offensive fantasy, defensive trade speed rebuild is now officially ending with a Super Bowl championship. That was nice to see. This actually gone pretty well, in my opinion. These little challenge rebuilds, I actually thought they were pretty competitive, pretty tough stuff. But if you guys have any suggestions for what you would like to see next in regards to maybe a speed rebuild, a challenge rebuild, just regular rebuild in general, some random experiment, let me know in the comment section below. And we're basically going to hop out of here after we look at these stats with a Seattle Seahawks speed rebuild win. Might have been a couple of moves we could have made in this one that were a little bit better, but ultimately won the championship, and that's really all that matters. Maybe could have done a little bit better at corner early on, but the team comp got away with it. The defense is actually pretty damn good throughout. And here are the numbers. Jared Goff, pretty damn accurate. Jacobs, really not doing a whole lot in sim. Tight end, Schultz was actually pretty damn good. Sack totals, wow. We got to see these because Cross gave up 5 sacks. Parsons with 4.5. Russo with 2. 1 for Gallimore, half for Hyde, who also had a pick. Is that a Micah Parsons MVP, Super Bowl MVP? I was going to just end the video there, but I actually want to see if he won MVP. And Micah Parsons did win it. I am a little surprised. I'm also a little surprised that they actually even showed that because every other thing was missing. But that is going to be it for this Seattle Seahawks fantasy draft speed rebuild where we could only draft defense, but also only trade for offense. I don't know if you guys thought it was a pretty good idea. I was going to at first, it actually was intended. In the first video, it might even be confusing because I don't even mention it. But at first, I was going to intend just only trading for offensive players, only drafting offensive players, and then do the other one. But I felt like it would be almost impossible to win a Super Bowl if that happened. And not even just that, but after we're done with like the first round of the draft, the first 10 rounds of the draft, 15 rounds of the draft, that's basically it for team building. You're not going to be able to gain much more on that offensive side of the ball when you're trading, other than maybe 1 or 2 positions, trading off all your draft picks. But in the end, I actually thought these turned out pretty well. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. And that is pretty much going to be it. Tomorrow should be another Texas Chainsaw Massacre video, which one already came up a little earlier today, if you're interested in that. As far as Madden content goes, should be Bison's on Saturday, maybe 2. And then I'm planning on a 10-year rebuild on Sunday, so be on the lookout for all of that stuff, either channel if you're interested. I really appreciate it if you check it out. Maybe you like it, even if you didn't think you would. Same with just the game itself. When I like to You know, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, when it was just released, I was like, yeah, it looks all right, but I don't think I'd ever play it. And then now it's up there for one of my more played games. I like it a lot. So that's all I can really leave you with. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys enjoy your upcoming weekend here. And hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video,